Episode 2.5, The Purple Horses Reunion. We firmly believe that music enhances the listening experience. Unfortunately, we are unable to include music directly on YouTube. Therefore, we recommend that you listen to Smells Like Teen Spirit by Malia J on YouTube or your favorite streaming service before each episode. Inspirational quote for this episode. Adventure and creation in the land of Sojourn are about finding harmony between the thrill of discovery and the art of building something new. In this realm, the word greed is an unspoken whisper, a shadow cast by those who perceive value in its pursuit. Yet the true adventurer knows that the essence of our journey lies not in the accumulation of wealth, but in the experiences we share and the worlds we create together. Nathaniel Rhodes, co-creator of The Land of Sojourn.
Andrew meandered through the vibrant marketplace following his scenic route mapped out to help him find his friends. His senses captivated by the astonishing intricacies of the virtual world in the land of Sojourn. As he reached out to touch a hanging tapestry, he marveled at the sensation of the rough fabric beneath his fingertips, a testament to the immersive realism that surrounded him. The air was filled with the enticing aroma of freshly baked bread from a nearby bakery, mingling with the savory sizzle of meat from bustling food stalls, making his mouth water with anticipation. In the land of Sojourn, diversity was woven into the very fabric of existence. Players from all walks of life and myriad races mingled seamlessly, each bringing their own unique dialects and languages to the tapestry of this world. It was not uncommon to hear the melodic lilt of an elvish conversation interspersed with the guttural tones of Dwarvish, or the rhythmic cadence of Orcish, blending with the soft whispers of the Fae. This rich linguistic symphony added depth and authenticity to the realm, creating a space where communication was as much about understanding as it was about discovery. The marketplace was a microcosm of this diversity, a bustling hub where cultures converged and ideas were exchanged. Vendors hawked their wares in a multitude of tongues, each stall a testament to the creativity and craftsmanship of its owner. Andrew found himself enchanted by the vibrant colors and sounds, each interaction an opportunity to learn something new and forge connections with fellow adventurers. In this world, the spirit of adventure was not just about the quests undertaken, but also about embracing the rich tapestry of life that unfolded with every step. "This is unreal," Andrew muttered to himself, captivated by the sight of a merchant deftly levitating fruits into immaculate pyramidal displays. The fruits hovered in midair, each piece aligning perfectly with the others, a testament to the merchant's skill and the enchantments that permeated this world. The vibrant colors of the fruits shimmered under the magical light, creating a mesmerizing spectacle that drew the attention of passers-by. As Andrew stood there, entranced by the scene, he couldn't help but marvel at the seamless blend of magic and everyday life in the land of Sojourn. Just then, a small magical creature darted across his path, capturing his attention. It was an enchanting blend of a cat and a squirrel, its nimble movements leaving a trail of sparkles that twinkled and faded into the air. Was that thing farting magic? Wondered Andrew. The creature paused momentarily, standing on its hind legs as if acknowledging Andrew's presence with a curious tilt of its head. Its eyes, bright and inquisitive, met his for a brief moment, before it continued its playful scurry through the bustling marketplace. This whimsical encounter added another layer of wonder to Andrew's journey, a reminder of the unexpected delights that awaited around every corner. Guided by Maya's directions, Andrew glanced at the notification indicating he was nearing his destination. The anticipation grew as he navigated through the lively streets, his eyes scanning the surroundings for the familiar landmark. Soon the Purple Horse's Path Pub came into view, its carved wooden sign swinging gently in the breeze. The sign's eyes glowed with an ethereal purple light, casting an inviting aura that beckoned patrons inside. The pub was a well-known gathering place, a hub of camaraderie and storytelling where adventurers from all walks of life converged to share tales of their exploits. As Andrew reached for the door, the sound of familiar laughter erupted from within, a warm and welcoming melody that resonated with him. It was the laughter of his friends, a joyful chorus that promised an evening of shared stories and companionship. The sound filled him with a sense of belonging, a reminder that in this vast and magical world, he was never truly alone. With a smile, Andrew pushed open the door, eager to join his friends and immerse himself in the vibrant tapestry of life that awaited inside the Purple Horse's path. The interior of the tavern was inviting, exuding a warmth that wrapped around Andrew like a familiar embrace. Floating orbs of light hovered above, casting a gentle glow over the rustic wooden tables scattered throughout the room. The soft illumination created an atmosphere that was both cozy and enchanting, a perfect refuge from the adventures that awaited outside. As Andrew stepped further in, the sound of laughter and clinking tankards guided him to the corner where his friends had already gathered. At the large corner table, Andrew's gaze first fell upon Sarah Anderson, known in the game as Sarah the Slya. A formidable human knight, Sarah was renowned for her ability to absorb and deal damage in equal measure. Her armor, a striking combination of green and silver, glistened under the ambient light, reflecting her prowess and resilience. She was the kind of player who inspired confidence in her teammates, a stalwart presence in the heat of battle. Seated next to Sarah was Mike Chen, or Mighty Mike, as he was known in the virtual realm. An orc tank, Mike's character was as imposing as his real-world counterpart. His thick black hair was a signature trait that carried over into the game, making him instantly recognizable. Clad in a cloak with a massive axe slung across his back, Mike exuded strength and readiness, embodying the spirit of a true warrior. Jessica Rivera, known as the Whisper, sat beside Mike. Her high elf character was a master of stealth, an archer whose skills were unparalleled. Though her bow was stowed away in her inventory, her presence was unmistakable. Jessica's character was dressed in simple attire, her armor not currently equipped, but her reputation as a skilled player preceded her, making her a valued member of the group. Next to Jessica was Kai Patel, a longtime friend of Andrew's. In the game, Kai was known as Kai the Knight, though his current build as a dark elf mage didn't quite align with his moniker. Dressed in dark armor and robes, Kai's character was a blend of mystery and power. His evolution from knight to mage was a testament to his adaptability and strategic mind, qualities that made him an indispensable ally, be it that he had either forgotten to change his character name or was too lazy. Tommy O'Brien, or Mofo in the game, was a striking contrast to his real-world self. With long red hair and a surfer's demeanor, Tommy's virtual persona was a human assassin and thief, a role that seemed at odds with his laid-back nature. His character's appearance was a puzzle, as it bore little resemblance to the Tommy Andrew knew, yet it was a reminder of the freedom the virtual world offered to explore different identities. Finally, there was Kyle Barron, known as Lit. A human mage and healer, Kyle's character was a vital support to the team. In the game, he sported thick brown hair and a dark beard streaked with white, a look that diverged significantly from his real-life appearance. This transformation highlighted the creative liberties players could take, crafting avatars that reflected their aspirations and alter egos. As Andrew approached the table, he felt a sense of belonging wash over him. These were more than just fellow players. They were friends who had shared countless adventures, triumphs, and challenges. Each character at the table brought unique skills and personalities to the group, creating a dynamic that was both harmonious and exhilarating. The tavern was alive with the sounds of camaraderie, a symphony of voices and laughter that underscored the bonds formed in this virtual realm. Andrew took a moment to appreciate the scene, the camaraderie that transcended the boundaries of the game. Here, in the land of Sojourn, they were more than just avatars. They were a fellowship united by a shared love of adventure and discovery. As the evening unfolded, tales of past quests and future plans filled the air, each story a thread in the tapestry of their collective journey. The marketplace, with its diverse array of characters and languages, was a reminder of the vastness of the world they inhabited, a world where every corner held the promise of new experiences. In this haven of light and laughter, Andrew knew that the adventures ahead would be as rich and rewarding as the friendships they had forged. The land of Sojourn was more than just a game. It was a canvas for creativity, a stage for epic tales, and a sanctuary where they could be their truest selves. "Ha, ha, ha, Andrew, you look like you," Sarah called out, raising her tankard. The others, Mike, Jessica, Kai, Tommy, and Kyle, cheered as he approached. "Took you long enough," Tommy grinned, sliding over to make room. "We were starting to think the guildmaster talked you to death." "You won't believe the testing process," Andrew began, but Mike cut him off. Mike slammed a frothy mug down at Andrew's saved spot. "Drink some mead on me!" Andrew sat down and hesitantly took a drink. Having a foam liner around his mouth, he signed, satisfying. This was the best-tasting root beer he had ever had. The best range of flavor while being ice-cold had the best hints of vanilla, and the aftertaste left a refreshing feeling. "Yeah," said Mike, "they don't let us drink alcohol as we are too young." Kai interrupted. "They are actually talking about removing that restriction this month in the Senate, as the effects of drinking are not felt in this world. Hey, if you want it, they have microtransactions for 99 cents where you can buy your favorite drinks. I bought Red Bull and love it," said Kai. Sarah was quick to interject. "My favorite energy drink was the Rockstar Guava, but they are boycotting this game. Sucks." "First things first," Mike declared, reaching into his inventory. A small pouch materialized in his hand, landing on the table with a metallic clink. "Starting gold from all of us. Can't have our friend running around in newbie gear." "Guys, you didn't have to," Andrew started. A plus 25,000 gold appeared in his inventory and caused his eyes to bulge. "Shut up and take it," Kyle laughed. "Consider it an investment in our future tank. We put aside 10% of our winnings waiting for you to finish at your uncle's farm. By the way, do you have a first quest yet?" Andrew spoke quickly and with a little too much pride. "Yes, it's a herb mission called Bumble Root Quest." Jessica leaned forward, her character's elvish ears twitching with excitement. "So, about your first quest, we've got a shortcut for you. There's this root system in the forest called Bumble." The entire table burst into laughter, while Andrew looked confused. "You don't get it, do you?" Kai wiped tears from his eyes. "Bumble roots? Like literally roots that make you bumble around?" "They make you trip and stumble everywhere," Sarah explained between giggles. "But they're worth massive XP if you can harvest them without falling." Andrew shook his head, still not seeing the humor. "I still don't get what's so funny about the name." "You will when you see them," Tommy promised, still chuckling. "Just make sure you record it for us." "By the way," Jessica added, pulling up her map interface, "there's a specific path you need to take. The roots only spawn if you approach from the west side of the training grounds, near the old willow tree." The conversation flowed easily as they shared tips and tricks about the game. Andrew couldn't help but smile, watching his friends' avatars gesture animatedly as they talked. The virtual pub felt surprisingly real, from the warmth of the hearth to the subtle background chatter of other players. "Oh!" Mike suddenly remembered something. "Watch out for the moonglow weeds. They look similar to the quest herbs, but they'll drain your HP if you touch them." Maya mentioned those, Andrew nodded. "But why are they even in a training area?" "Because the game devs are sadists," Kyle declared, ordering another round of virtual drinks. "But that's what makes it fun. As the evening wore on, Andrew felt increasingly at home in this digital world. The gold pouch from his friends felt heavy with possibility, and despite not understanding the Bumble joke, he was grateful for their help and companionship. To Andrew, Sarah raised her tankard. May your first quest be entertaining, for us at least. The laughter and cheers that followed made Andrew both excited and slightly nervous about what exactly he was getting himself into with these Bumble roots. After the laughter and stories died down, Sarah suddenly sat up straight. "Oh, we almost forgot the most important part." She swiped her hand through the air, bringing up her interface menu. "Friends list time!" Mike announced cheerfully. One by one, glowing friend requests materialized in front of Andrew's vision. "Sarah, the Slayer would like to add you as a friend. Mighty Mike requests friendship. Whisper wants to be your friend. Kai the Knight sends a friend request. Mofo requests friendship. Lit would like to add you as a friend." Andrew accepted each request, watching as their status indicators turned green in his peripheral vision. His previously empty friends list now showed 6 active connections, complete with their character levels and current locations. "Now we can track your inevitable stumbling through the Bumble routes in real time," Tommy grinned, causing another round of laughter from everyone except Andrew. "And we can help if you get into real trouble," Kyle added more kindly. "Just send up a flare through the friends list if you need backup. You can instant message, send video, and video call also." "Though watching you fumble around might be more entertaining," Kai teased, raising his tankard for one final toast. As the virtual sun began to set outside the pub's windows, Andrew felt a warm sense of belonging. The gold in his pouch, the friends on his list, and the quest ahead of him. Everything felt like the beginning of an incredible adventure, even if he still had no idea why those roots were supposedly so funny. "You guys are the best," he said, raising his own tankard, "even if you're all clearly plotting to laugh at my first quest attempt." "That's what friends are for," they chorused, their laughter echoing through the purple horse's path as the evening drew to a close. "Oh, man, speaking of disasters," Mike burst out laughing, wiping tears from his eyes. "You guys remember last week in the Crimson Caverns?" "Don't even start," Jessica snorted into her drink, already giggling. "There we were," Tommy began dramatically, barely containing his laughter. 6 mighty heroes thinking we were hot stuff, right? Level 15 plus, decked out in fancy gear. "And then those void wraiths," Kai interrupted, slapping the table, "popping up like angry Jack in the boxes." Sarah was practically wheezing with laughter. "Remember how Jessica tried to be all heroic? I'll save you, Tommy." And then just face planted right into a wall. "Hey," Jessica protested through her giggles, "that wall came out of nowhere." "And Kai," Kyle pointed, cackling. "Mister, I've got plenty of mana running dry and just standing there like a statue." "At least I didn't panic heal a rock like someone I know," Kai shot back at Kyle, causing another explosion of laughter. But the best part, Mike wiped his eyes, was Sarah, running through the caverns with all our flames, screaming, "I don't want to die," at the top of her lungs. 2 HP? Sarah stood up, dramatically reenacting her run. 2! I was running so fast, I think I left skid marks in the virtual ground. "And those wraiths," Tommy added, "chasing her like angry chickens. Bawk, bawk, bawk." The entire table dissolved into hysterics, drawing attention from other patrons, though Andrew couldn't tell which were players and which were NPCs. That was another thing that amazed him about this world. "Oh, speaking of which," Jessica said, trying to catch her breath, "Andrew, you're going to love this. You literally can't tell who's real and who's an NPC anymore. Watch this." She pointed to a merchant at the bar. "Hey, is that guy real or AI?" Everyone at the table started making their guesses, debating back and forth. "Has to be an NPC? Look at how perfect his movements are," Kai argued. "Nah, that's definitely a player. NPCs don't scratch their noses like that," Kyle countered. "Actually," Sarah grinned, "that's Marcus, and he's the pub's AI owner. I only know because he gave me a quest last week. See? Mike turned to Andrew. The AI is so advanced, we're constantly playing Spot the Human. Last week, I spent 2 hours chatting with what I thought was a player about combat techniques, only to discover it was an NPC combat trainer. I literally went on a date with an NPC without realizing it, Tommy admitted, causing everyone to howl with laughter again. She gave me a quest at the end, and it was not related to the bedroom. Talk about a rough way to end a night. Oh, talking about the bedroom, said Andrew. I have a penis in the game. They all looked at each other and again burst out laughing. Wait, I know. You guys could have at least warned me first. Hook a player up, you know, finished Andrew. They all continued to laugh and remember their first experiences. I have quite a rack in this game, said Jessica, which received a hear from Sarah, who clanked her drink with hers. But seriously, back to the AI, Jessica said, still giggling. That's what makes this world so amazing. Every interaction could be with a real person or an AI, and you just never know. Until they give you a quest, Kyle added, with a wink aimed at Tommy. Or try to kill you with void wraiths, Sarah chimed in, setting everyone off again. To near-death experiences, Kai raised his tankard. And to Sarah's 2 HP heroics, Mike added. And to Andrew, Tommy concluded, who's about to learn all about our favorite routes. The laughter continued well into the evening, with each friend trying to outdo the others with their most embarrassing game moments. Andrew watched them all, amazed at how they could turn even their near-death experiences into comedy gold, all while casually interacting with NPCs so realistic he couldn't tell them apart from his actual friends. Just wait, Sarah nudged him, still chuckling. Soon you'll have your own hilarious near-death experience to share, probably tomorrow, with those bumble roots. I still don't get what's so funny about these roots, Andrew muttered, causing another round of uncontrollable laughter from his friends. Hey, remember to use code names during raids, Sarah reminded everyone, especially in the contested zones. Yeah, Tommy grinned. Nothing ruins an ambush like yelling, Mike, watch out, across the battlefield. That was one time, Kyler protested while everyone laughed. Still better than Kyle shouting, I'm coming to heal you, in the middle of a stealth mission, Kai teased. Which is exactly why we have code names now, Jessica added, though I still think Whisper is a bit on the nose for an elf rogue. Says the one who literally sneaks everywhere, Kyle shot back with a smile. At least none of us got stuck with Mercurius as our tag, Sarah joked, nudging Andrew. Sounds like a medication for foot fungus. The table erupted in laughter again while Andrew defended his chosen name with mock indignation. The code names had become second nature to them all, used as naturally as their real names in both casual conversation and intense battles. To Mercurius, they all raised their tankards. May he live up to his mysterious name. And not need foot fungus cream, Tommy added, ducking as Andrew threw a virtual bread roll at his head. Oh, by the way, here is another gift. Moving his hands, he sent an item to Andrew with a ping. Andrew opened his inventory and saw he was asked to accept 5 bumble roots, which he accepted. He was then met with a completed mission message and 5 bumble roots in his inventory. Oh, guys, thank you, said Andrew. Kyle said, those bumble roots are the worst mission in the entire game. It takes hours and hours, and the reward is only 2 points to your reputation in the guild. Sarah cut him off, saying, the first mission is lame. We just majorly spared you. Hey, now that we're all together, we should introduce Andrew to the side quest, map, said Kai. Yes, screamed Kyle out loud. Side quests are where it's at. That's how you win in this game, not playing its levels or storyline. Kyle leaned against the weathered stone wall of the tavern, taking a sip from his virtual mead before addressing Andrew. Listen, newbie, I've been playing The Land of Sojourn since beta, and let me tell you, the main storyline is just the tip of the iceberg. Sure, it's epic and all, but the real power leveling happens in the side quests. Take that seemingly simple delivery quest from Old Man Marcus at the bar. Looks boring, right? But if you pay attention, it branches into an entire smuggling ring subplot that rewards you with unique stealth boots and a faction reputation that opens up exclusive merchant prices. The thing about side quests, Kyle continued, pulling up his character stats with a practiced gesture, is that they stack benefits in ways the main story can't match. See these stats? Half of my resistance bonuses came from helping that crazy alchemist collect mushrooms in the Whispering Woods. Turned out those mushrooms were key ingredients for some of the best buff potions in the game. Plus, the connections you make doing side quests? Priceless. I've got crafters who give me priority queue and merchants who sell me rare items just because I helped their NPCs months ago. Meanwhile, my friend rushed the main storyline and hit a wall in the mid-game because he didn't have the right gear or reputation scores. Kyle gestured toward the quest board behind them, where dozens of scrolls flickered with available missions. Trust me, Andrew, take your time, explore everything. Guys, I am excited to rank up. You guys have been playing this for a while now. Does it get boring? Said Andrew. They all smiled, and in different voices said, no. This game is always evolving, said Jessica. Here, here, chimed in the rest. Hey, Andrew, finish your ale so we can all leave, they said. Hey, Andrew, Kai called out. Let's head back to collect your reward points and get you some real combat damage. Jessica chimed in. Yeah, we can show you how to use your weapons properly. The starter gear is terrible, but once we get you to level 5, we can help you pick out some actually cool equipment with the money you've earned. Kyler joined the conversation, asking about gauntlet powers, but the others admitted they had limited experience with them. As they headed to the guild to collect Andrew's reward, he brought up an obscure quest that none of them recognized. Jessica even checked her completed and active mission logs, but found nothing. Huh, obtuse, huh? Never seen that before, said Kyle. Have you checked SoTube? Mike suggested. Someone might have covered it there. SoTube was a fan-based channel where they played everything related to quests, artifacts, weapons, and everything covered in the land of Sojourn, said Kai. He already knows that, said Jessica. After briefly puzzling over the mysterious quest, they moved on. Kai explained how some quests in the game were one-time only events, created and completed within a day, making the competition for good XP fierce. We can talk more about it when we have a second. Jessica walked closer to Andrew, warning him about the nighttime dangers. During the day, dire wolves hunt in small packs of 3 to 5. Those are manageable. But at night, she lowered her voice, there are rumors of a massive dire wolf, 15 feet tall, leading hundreds of others. Some players who venture out at night never return. They don't even find their flames, just their items. Kyle offered some practical advice about map navigation, explaining the 3 viewing options: the physical map, the right side quick view with the light band, and the scroll-down expanded version. After collecting his 2 points at the guild, they all shared a laugh about Kyle's worst mission ever that took 8.5 hours for just a pat on the back, which they were happy to spare Andrew from. Andrew received his official guild card, rank F mission, and a big smile on this picture they just took. The Adventure Guild card would update depending on his rank automatically. Kyle pointed out they were all only D rank, cause they were waiting for him to join. We can't do the really tough missions without more people, he said. It takes a team to rank up as if you are solo. You usually get a solo T, K, O. From the bad guys or fellow players who want your loot. Andrew asked Kyle about worthwhile features to invest in. Kyle mentioned the Eye Patch app, with an eye patch logo, available in the App Store's shop section. It's pricey, $99, but it lets you sync your phone to share music, take pictures, and videos while playing. Makes exploration more fun. Jessica shared some exciting news about potential real money trading features being considered, similar to what was tested in beta. This caught Mike's attention, who exclaimed about his $500,000 gold savings, while Kyle boasted about his $1.7 million gold stash. Once you reach level 10, Kyle added, I've got a Shield of Valor for you, perfect for a paladin, boosts both dexterity and stamina. Every time your level increases all your stats by 10, so you'll get stronger fast. As they walked, Andrew thought about his special skill and asked about theirs, but kept quiet about his own, knowing it was somehow tied to that mysterious quest no one else seemed to know about. Just the opening of the final gate to the outer walls, Andrew formed them into a circle and asked them all. As the group settled around each other, Andrew leaned forward with curiosity. So, what special skills did you all unlock? Jessica's avatar gracefully drew her twin daggers, the blades catching the virtual firelight. As a high elf mage and assassin, I wield twilight weaving, she explained, her weapons dancing between her fingers. I can create up to 5 shadow copies of myself during combat. Each replica deals 25% of my normal damage, and enemies take shadow damage when they strike them instead of me. She demonstrated with a quick flourish, ghostly images briefly flickering around her, still mastering the control, but they're perfect for my assassin playstyle. Kai raised his staff, arcane energy crackling along its length in impressive patterns. Element mastery is my specialty, he said proudly. As a battle mage, I can combine any 2 elements for unique effects. He demonstrated by merging lightning and ice, creating crystalline formations that sparked with electric energy. These storm crystals are my favorite. They both stun and slow enemies. I'm still discovering new combinations every day. My skill's a bit more straightforward, Mike chuckled, patting his massive war axe. Berserker's Fury makes me stronger the closer I get to death. At 10% health, I'm dealing triple damage, plus I get resistance to everything except magic. Makes for some intense fights. Sarah struck a playful pose, her paladin armor gleaming. Mine's called Divine Shield, 1 minute of complete invincibility, she said with a grin. Totally overpowered when used right. Kyle playfully points out, I have unlimited mana for 3 minutes, playfully pointing out, you unlimited, mana, in a long-drawn slur. I don't have one yet, Andrew blurted out. Everything seemed to fall silent. Everyone froze, their expressions showing rare animations of shock. What do you mean? Kyle asked, his character actually taking a step back. Everyone has a special skill. It's impossible not to have one. Andrew shifted uncomfortably. Well, I was told I have to complete a specific mission first, but I'm not sure how to do it. That's different, Tommy said, leaning forward. How can we help? As Andrew described his encounter with the Guildmasters and his conversation with Osiris, the group's reactions shifted from confusion to amazement. Kyle's avatar's jaw dropped, a rare animation indeed. Hold up, Kyle interrupted, his voice filled with awe. Osiris? The Osiris? He's not just the head administrator. He's the legendary trainer of S-class heroes. Nobody even sees him unless... He trailed off, then rushed over to give Andrew an enthusiastic, if somewhat awkward, sideways over-the-top series of high fives. This is huge, Andrew. The others nodded in agreement, their avatars displaying various animations of excitement. Kai, ever practical, raised his hand to calm the group. Let's focus on what we can do right now. First priority is getting you some XP. We can brainstorm about this mysterious mission while we level you up. His staff pulsed with energy as he spoke. Besides, who knows? Maybe the mission will become clearer as we explore. The group nodded in agreement, their avatars glowing with determination to help their newest member uncover the secret behind his unique situation. Tune into the next episode 3, The Wall.